Welcome to the Random Helix YouTube channel. I'm Chris Helix, and today we are doing iDoser or binaural experiment number 4. This is, of course, I'm using iDoser. That's why sometimes I call it iDoser experiments. This one I was not challenged to, unlike my last one. If you haven't seen it already, go check it out. It was called Cactus Buttons. That was my third experiment, and I was challenged to that one. So this will be the third one that I'm trying on my own, and my fourth experiment. But this one is called White Crosses, and it says stimulant that brings a sense of euphoria, openness, and intellectual expansion with mental clarity. I'm pretty interested actually in what what the feeling will be with this one, and it's yeah, I'm just really interested in this one. I've heard there's a lot of very like it says, euphoric experiences, and some people say they feel like they were engulfed by the holy white lights. And that's just kind of a trippy thought to me. So I figured I'd give it a shot. I just downloaded it. That's why I kept looking at my phone. I was just kind of scrolling through, thinking of what the next one I wanted to do was. So I've added it to my Slipstream, and I'm gonna go ahead and give, I believe it was called White Crosses, a chance. And we'll see what kind of experience I get from it. I just finished my iDoser White Crosses dose, or experiment, whatever you want to call it. I did feel a little euphoric. It started off to where I could feel like it started at my fingertips, where it like felt like this warm glow was on me, and it went like up here and up here, and like through my chest and everything, and then it felt like it kind of washed through into my toes. And then it all kind of went to it all went to me. I'm assuming it was me. I don't know. We'll say a person on a beach, and they were kneeling on the sand, dry sand, or at least it was, kneeling on dry sand, and they were throwing sand in the air, and then this beam of white light came down to them, and they kind of leaned back and put their arms back like this, and they started like floating up into the white light. But then the image flashed to the same person sitting in, or kneeling in wet sand, with like the sand in their hands, cupping it like they'd just gone through like something sad. They looked like they were crying, and they had just put their, like, they kept going like this. Like, I don't know if there was sand in their hand while they were doing it, or salt water or something, but like, because it felt like it was the ocean. Like, I don't know. But it kept flashing back and forth, and then the person in the white beam of light looked down at that person and kind of dropped their head in sorrow, but then looked back up to the top of the white beam and continued to. They like threw their hands out like this now, and kind of like they were in like a pose, like you were trying to be a cross or something. And then when it got towards the end of the beat, this is the part that I didn't really like, because it was really euphoric and everything, and then all of a sudden, when it got towards the end, it was like the beat was trying to draw me out of the white light. I don't know if that was something that iDoser put in there because they were worried that people would, I don't know, transcend or whatever. I don't know. It was kind of weird though, but it was like, how do I explain it? It was like the white light was being shut off, I guess, and the white light disappeared, and the person slowly floated back down to earth, and like this huge door that had a glowing light out of it that I kept seeing over like some sort of path where there was only like this stone bridge type path to it. That door closed and that light disappeared, and then I felt my body convulsing and like jerking, like some, like, I don't know, like my soul was probably coming back in my body, but my soul didn't want to. My soul wanted to continue to follow the light, kind of thing. Like, I don't know, it was kind of traumatic towards the end there, having the the white light disappear, and the door close. Um, I don't know, cause it did feel like a transcending. I guess that's the only way I can explain it. I don't know. Like I said, I've said this in previous experiments I've done with binaural beats. Um, I like to film after, like right after I get done. Once I can gather my thoughts, I like to film right after I get done with the experiment. So the experience that I'm talking about is raw, and there's been nothing to dilute the experience. I don't even go and talk to anybody else beforehand. I just film it, and then I'm done. But the only way I can explain it is like it was like I was about to transcend, and then something pulled me back and like shot my soul back into my body because it felt violent. Like I was like jerking and like tensing up like this, and I don't know. It was a very weird experience, but that does it for my fourth iDoser or binaural beat experiment, and that was called White Crosses. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you share your videos. Subscribe to Random Helix. I'm Chris Helix, and I'll see you next time.